Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Mysterious JG. Last time, we got back a brooch that meant a lot to our little love, and then we went to a show and saw some bloomers. We can also rob the Saint-Denis gunsmith. There's a whole bunch of cool shit that we could be doing, treasure hunter stuff. But for now, I vaguely want to get going on the main story. And warping around our field of vision in weird and unpredictable ways. We lost our horse somewhere in all this, but, he's at the stables. So they must have recognized the fact that all that warping around we did for the story wasn't going to be helpful as far as finding our horse later. Mission-wise, I'm not seeing, not seeing a lot of missions we can do other than the main story missions. So let's try to get back on those. But perhaps our starting point needs to be getting to our horse.
Hey, mister. Hello?
Luckily, we can safely greet people now.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello there.
Because it's
Me, madam. Behind you.
much harder to accidentally run people over on foot than it is on a horse.
Hi, folks.
Hello.
Hello, mister.
Buy a newspaper.
Hello, sir.
Hey there.
Apparently we can't buy one from them because nothing's happened.
Hello,
You would
madam.
think all the stuff that happened with the Greys and the what's-their-names would have made for some news. But whatever.
Gentlemen.
Have a nice evening.
Don't cut loose too much this evening.
The something or other electric company. Great kids show from the 70s. Still on in reruns when I was a kid.
Hey, boy.
Not as well remembered as Sesame Street, but pretty fun.
Evening, sir.
Evening.
Good evening.
Let me study this cur.
Come here.
Yeah. That's real nice.
I am in a good mood for some reason.
Well,
Hey there, partner.
Could be because I just got done promising to run away
I'm kinda
with Lady Love. With the love of my life or something.
evening.
Something that makes grammatical
Hey there.
sense there.
Howdy, fellers. Hey, partner.
Evening, mister.
You, mister, excuse me.
Good evening.
Don't think this day can get much worse.
What?
Sad to hear that. Excuse me.
Sad to hear that. Now please don't ram me for no reason.
Wait.
Hey, are you the dad?
Evening, sir.
No, he is not the dad.
Not good. Don't you know it?
Don't you know it? I'm sorry. That's the most vague possible Mystery Science Theater reference. Don't you know it? It was Gamera versus Gauss, probably. Just any one of those weird, temporary horse. Any one of those weird frickin', Sandy Frank movies. With the weird dubbing. Don't you know it?
Move! Real beautiful country around this area.
Really?
Hey, partner.
Get out of the city before we run someone over in our efforts to greet everyone.
Hey, mister.
But, temporary horse, I'm glad I was able to form a brief bond with you.
Partner?
He was accusing me of loitering. I'm riding my horse at a brisk trot. And he accuses me of loitering. So this is a pretty high-end horse. I mean, it's a DLC horse, but
Hey there, mister.
you can't afford to be Paragon points, mister.
Whoa, now.
Help me.
Oh man, I gotta suck some more venom out of another guy.
I need medicine.
Alright.
Here.
Here, I'm always pretty much maxed out on this stuff. You gonna rob me now?
You don't move
Cruel
a goddamn
bastard.
muscle.
Oh, God.
What the? Damn it, game! That's the same button I used to talk to him. I swear to God, I just was holding the button that you used to talk to him and it made me point a gun at him. Stupid control system in this game. Now here I am now, like I was thinking I'll get a few videos of this recorded, maybe play for a couple hours and really
Hey there.
make some progress, and now I'm like, this really doesn't make me want to keep playing when stuff like that happens. I was not I pressed the button to get him medicine, and then was pressing and holding the button to talk to him, and it immediately forces me to draw a gun on him. I have no idea what reward I might have been meant to get from that, other than just generically getting Paragon points. But I think I actually ended up losing Paragon points for holding a gun to him. So that was just fucking stupid. That's what I'm saying. Oh well.
Hey, who's there?
Arthur, dumbass.
He's called Sadie a dumbass? A handful of interactions with Sadie, like the one plot mission we had with her in it, suggested that we liked her, but then none of the characters in our camp have really gotten explored that much. Study the Count. So the Count is pretty clearly somebody else's horse, but its handling is elite.
Always good to see you.
Dumbass.
Hi.
You look pissed off.
No more than usual.
Okay. Just checking you're alright.
Just looking at your butt.
Okay, then.
Needed for camp guards, carbine repeater. Oh, they're telling me that they put that object there, but you're not allowed to take it. Is that why? Otherwise, I don't really know what that means. I want to examine my own horse. I'm curious how it stacks up. Its handling is standard. Whatever, okay. It's not elite. Somebody told me get over here. Presumably it was Scorpion.
Arthur, get over here.
Alright, Scorpion. Between you and Sub-Zero, I feel like I'm getting pushed around quite a bit.
My lord. Been quite a ride since Blackwater. Since that thing on the boat. You boys know all about that. At least, you know enough. Still trying to forget. Got my wings clipped there, then Nearly got eaten by a pack of wolves.
Hello, Arthur.
Hey, man.
Maybe I should learn my lesson. Just hope Dutch has learned his.
Oh, you're not
I
conspiring
love
against Dutch, are you?
Y'all know that. But we're bad men. We're fighters, I know. But
Is anyone else gonna talk here?
sometimes I start thinking about that girl.
Girl from Ipanema?
Javier knows what we saw, and it weren't pretty.
Boy, this really isn't a dialogue so much as a monologue, is it, guys?
He encouraged it. Weren't pretty at all. I just hope Dutch was right when he said that we had to do it to survive. Sometimes
Hey,
you
Arthur.
just gotta do
Hey, Dutch, you got anything to say
really
about
bad
us?
things, I guess.
All right. That ambition will see you far.
Thanks, Arthur.
Hey, Javier.
Hey there.
You, know what this guy over here is talking about?
Good.
Okay, then.
Apparently Javier saw whatever John saw with the lady,
Remember
but
the old days when we used to go around giving away the money we'd robbed?
I don't remember that.
Guess that just kind of stopped at some point.
Sure did.
Never made a lot of sense anyway, but
Okay, I'll catch you later then.
I suppose.
I'm not gonna move though.
Must be nice to sit down when everyone else does the work.
Is he kidding?
Working hard as ever?
I guess in the last
Make
couple
the
missions
money,
we did were
not
just stranger
Wash
missions.
the clothes.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Sure, Morgan.
There he is.
Hello, Mr. Morgan.
Thank you for all your work.
Of course, Mr. Morgan.
Sometimes, I suppose.
I mean that.
Sure, well, as you were.
Birdie. Sorry. What you up to, Karen?
Hi, Karen.
Hey, Arthur.
Take it easy on the bottle today.
Who are you, my pa?
Oh, I wish. Is that what you like? Or
I'm just looking out for you.
Okay.
kind of had enough of the various gambling minigames. Like most of the things you do with the gang, kind of tired of. I enjoy this game, but they seem to have built in a lot of time sinks. Well, let's go see what's going on with some of these side or main story missions we need to do.
Hosea?
Hey, Arthur.
Is it okay for me to talk to you in the middle of the night about a mission?
To this party, we sure as shit better clean up a little.
So we're doing this?
Oh, yeah. Old friend Dutch Van der Linder's finally showing his true colors.
And they're
Social
yellow.
climbing.
Old Senor Bronte, that horrendous snake, has invited us to the ball, Cinderella. So my suggestion is we go and get you a gown.
You son of a bitch.
In the middle of the night. Let's go gown shopping. So we're gonna go get in some kind of criminal enterprise with the guy that we had to rescue the little kid from. Okay.
We are ridiculous. Utterly.
I ain't never been to a ball in my life.
Nor have I, if I am being honest.
I used to quite often. There can be fine pickets.
No pickpocketing. We are here to make real
Oh, I meant
contact.
girls,
What
but
kind of
whatever.
contact?
Well, I don't know. We'll find what we can. All I know for sure is we're
Contact
going
lenses?
to a party at the mayor's house, and the guest of honor is the worst crook in town. I'm sure
Me?
that we will find something.
Okay.
Suppose this will end in violence of some
Gentlemen,
kind.
Luca, I'm afraid the mayor does not allow guns at official functions after last year's incident.
What about throwing knives?
Luca here will take you to Mr. Bronte. I believe he is expecting you.
Follow me, gentlemen.
I'm just gonna nod. I'm not gonna touch you if that's okay.
Senior Bronte will be so pleased that you made
So
it.
it's is that Bill Williamson who's with us?
That's wonderful, wonderful. Come this way.
Yeah, Bill is here for some reason.
Wonderful evening it shall be. Mr. Bronte is a very good friends with the mayor.
I hope Hosea doesn't die, because now that I think about it, he's the only character here who could.
You know, Mr. Bronte, he has that thing, you know, respect.
That thing.
Hey, Phil, you join the party. We'll meet you out back after we pay our respects to Senor Bronte.
Come, come.
Oh, I gotta follow the escort, eh? It's one of those parties. I wish I had a hat like you, boss. Got one at that art gallery thing, but
The angry cowboys who arrived.
my favorite NWA tag team.
This is quite a party you've invited us to.
Yes, quite something. Although I'm not
Hey,
quite
speaking
sure
of the
what
NWA, there's Jim Ross over there on the.
This is Sandon High Society.
Yes, apparently so.
And all these people, these are friends of yours, Senor Bronte?
No, not quite. Not quite.
They're all here to be murdered by you.
Afraid of me. Like that one. See that wretch? He's the mayor. Henri Lemieux. He'll do anything for $1, and I mean anything.
Politics is a foul business.
Yeah,
Oh, and
chicken.
that one too.
I got
That
you.
is Alberto Fusar. He owns a sugar plantation out on the island, and he comes here to whore and despoil himself.
Well, makes me wonder if he's got a daughter who's kind of slutty and wants to do porn movies, and then we can help her do those, but we have to hide the fact from her father, who's some kind of like Central American dictator who gives us a custom chainsaw. I might be confusing this with a different Rockstar game, though.
Oh, and that is Hobart Crawley.
Oh, I gotta do a
Confederate major in the war.
Gotta do a
And
Let's Play
hero, they say,
Fight
but
City one of these
that is
days.
His very young wife. I mean, a young mistress, that's the natural order of things, yes, but a young wife is unseemly. Oh, the Redskins.
We keep thinking they should change their names, but
For them, because whoever is stupid enough to get tricked by the Americans, no, they get what they deserve, huh?
yeah. Remember the plot of Red Dead Redemption? I'm kind of wondering if Dutch is going to have some weird thing for the Native Americans here.
Yes, and a letter to the mayor. Oh, yeah, that'll save you. And that is Hector Fellows, this self-righteous newspaper man. Maybe you will kill him for me one day.
Maybe tonight.
We're not paid killers as such, not in cold blood anyway.
I did not know you were so particular that you wouldn't help a friend.
Oh, I'm willing to help in any way I can, within reason.
I'm going to pretend to understand what that means.
I meant no offense, sir.
None taken. None taken.
Now go kill that guy.
All these vulgar people, they hate me. Non vedo l'ora di guardarti morire.
Well, it has been wonderful conversing with you, but I can tell that you are.
But I want to cut it off now at an unnaturally early time.
More of your time.
Yes. Go, enjoy yourselves and mingle with this vulgar scum. It'll make you long for the days when you could shoot each other and scoop cows out on the open range.
Those sure were the days. Good day, gentlemen.
Good day to you.
Why would you
But
invite
before you
us? They're
go,
just going to
what,
insult us.
Exactly are your plans here?
Well, we've not made any. Well, we are going to need some money.
Money, yes, of course. Well, there's money at the trolley station. They keep a lot of cash there in the day. Now, I could not involve myself in such matters. But you, as a guest, yes, as my guest, do it, huh? Okay, good day, gentlemen.
Goodbye.
So we just went to a fancy party, refused to murder some guy in cold blood, and then we're told to rob a trolley station.
I'll show you to the party, gentlemen, if you'll kindly follow me.
Is this going to be one of those just really plotty missions with no actual stuff that you do? Well, Lord knows. I mean, the whole... So, again, I'm complaining about the plot in an open-world game. Seems a bit peevish, I suppose. But, yeah, I mean, we got from this whole... The basic plot in Rhodes yeah. The basic plot there at the beginning of the game is, we've just escaped from this horrible robbery gone wrong, and we need to rebuild. And then we robbed a bank and relocated, and now we got involved in this kind of pointless, get these two families to both hire us to fight them. Get one of two feuding families to work with us against the other. Then secretly get the other family to work with us against the first family. Question, question, question. And then the fourth line is, of course, profit. So that plan backfired. It resulted in Jack Marston getting kidnapped. And then our efforts to get Jack Marston back led us to this guy and this whole storyline. And the main game story had kind of stalled, or there wasn't really anything happening. So whatever our next big caper is that will ultimately lead to the downfall of Dutch's gang, I suppose this party's as good a place as any for it to start.
And welcome once again to Saint Denis.
Ciao,
Ciao, ciao.
ciao. Ciao, ciao. Stand up.
Let's go ingratiate ourselves.
Don't choke me, no love. I don't know any of the words. One of the terrible, terrible songs in the soundtrack of one of the, I think, Xbox 360 WWE games, but what I used to like. It's a rap song that at one point we thought included the phrase, stand up, and later on said something about, don't show me no love. So that's, never mind. Ciao, ciao.
Okay. Go find the mayor if you can and stay out of trouble and steal nothing unless it's information. Of course. Jose, you go find us someplace to rob.
Well, there's the trolley station.
Go make us some new friends. I'm gonna find out if old Cornwall and what's his name, Milton, knows we're here. Gentlemen, you will.
Why am I going to find the mayor? Or should I be finding the newspaper guy?
Get me a bloody drink, will you?
A bloody drink?
I mean, modern art is all very well, but my daughter could do better.
Oh, you're not such a Philistine as all that, Marie.
No, I am quite that much of a Philistine. Besides which...
The offer champagne button seems to have confused the pathing a bit here.
Like some champagne?
Good thing I can't accidentally murder these people.
Thank you, sir. You are quite the gentleman. Clearly not from this swampy hellhole.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies, I'll see you next week.
Hi there.
Oh,
How are
hello.
you? How do you do, gentlemen?
How do you do, sir?
How's it going with you? Clean and all?
Not sure what I'm meant to be getting out of all this. But
Good for you. Sir?
hey, Ferdinand.
What?
Mr. Mayor, wonderful to see you again.
Lemieux, this intellectual here was just insulting me regarding the Redskins.
I did no such thing. But, Mr. Lemieux, I suggested that all of us, as Americans, had a duty to take care of people living in this land. And that extends to Saint Denis.
It ain't complex, Lemieux. And only an idiot like you, buddy, would try to make it so.
Buddy.
I will not deny idiocy, sir, but perhaps now is not the time.
To deny idiocy.
Typical pansy.
You are drunk, Ferdinand.
I'm not drunk, you fool.
Well, I'm high.
This man loves darkies.
Hey, you are pretty drunk. Yeah, what say you and me cool off?
Oh, okay, I get to stick him in the,
Hands off me.
stick him in the fountain? No?
Come on, sleep it off.
Oh, I'm just kicking him out.
All right, okay, goddammit.
Okay, that's one way to ingratiate yourself to the mayor. Get rid of the drunken, angry, racist guy.
Count to 1,000. And you can rejoin the party.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
Henri
Thank you
Lemieux.
for manhandling one of my guests.
The mayor.
Allegedly.
This
Welcome
kind of
to
place
my
down
home
here.
party.
It's not mine, and the city is horribly in debt, but we can still put on a good show. Do you know Evelyn?
You know it's good, too.
Ryder?
We seem to have another deranged drunkard on our hands.
Shall we?
Oh, this time it's Bill Williamson.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Drunk guys. Fireworks. They do mix. Wow, this reminds me of Life Day. I'm a Wookiee, you know.
Excuse me, brother. Excuse me. Monsieur, please. Mr. Cornwall was quite insistent, I'm afraid. He shouted down the telephone for several minutes.
Mr. Cornwall is a horse's ass, and a bad horse.
I'm very sorry, sir.
It's not your fault. I'm a fool for trusting him. I'll come in and sign it in a minute. Let me enjoy the fireworks.
Of course.
Did you say something about Cornwall?
Yeah, I said something about how good he is with cabbage. Oh, wait, no. That's corned beef. My mistake. My mistake. My mistake. Oh, man, it won't let me creep around. Here's the big challenge of this mission is to not be detected. It's a stealth mission.
How do you do?
How do you do, ma'am?
Hello, sir.
Saying I'm barely allowed to hurry.
No problems? Everything's fine. We have the place well secured.
Good. Mr. Bronte has a habit of wandering about and reading whatever he likes.
We're watching him and his men like hawks.
Thank you, Mr. Turner.
Ooh, is this some kind of assassination about to go down? Or are they just... Seems to be a disconnect between whether the servants are working for the mayor or...
Is everything taken care of? The telephone, it keeps ringing.
The mayor said he will sign later.
I guess it doesn't make sense for you to be in the home at all.
Marie! Marie! Find that little reprobate Jeep and beat him.
Jeep?
Will not have standard slip in this house.
Okay, well, barely got away with that.
Have you lost your mind? I said, have you lost your mind? Come here. Come here. Look at me.
I'm gonna beat you up.
Look at me. Who do you think you are?
Oh, boy.
This area is not meant for the likes of you. You know this.
I don't know that we're meant to like this guy.
Standards in this house are slipping. This is a final warning to you, miss. A final warning.
I will murder you next time. And thus, the mission to follow around the guy that we're pretty clearly supposed to hate will continue next time. I'm the Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you'll join me next time as we continue to follow around vaguely abusive, well, not vaguely, like overtly abusive, disrespectful, mean-spirited servant guy. See you for that.